Peace, world. I'm back with another final say. So I want to do some free speaking today for all those who have seen any of my free speaking videos. I appreciate that. If you haven't, make sure you go back and watch them. So what I'm gonna speak about is free speaking in general. To all the mothers, to all the fathers out there. First and foremost, I know it's not easy to be a mother and a father in these days and times. I just pray that you have the patience and the tolerance to deal with your children. I pray that you embrace them, because it's a lot of satanic energy in the air. It's a lot of demon time, as they say nowadays, going on. So I pray that you can embrace your children. I pray that, you can be there to the best of your ability and your know-how, and just try not to give up on them and try to fight the fight with them. And I understand that it's rough and tough. And that's for all mothers and fathers out there, and also for all mothers and fathers out there. Try to get along, and try to communicate with the father, try to communicate with the mother. And if you guys are unable to communicate, unable to get along for the sake of your children, just try not to display that energy around the children. So at least if you guys can't get along, your children don't see that or don't sense that energy or don't sense those vibes. So at least at the end of the day, when they do see you guys have to coexist, whether that's 5 minutes, 5 days, 5 hours, so on and so forth, they don't pick up on the energy. So they don't want to rebel against their mom, or they don't want to rebel against their dad, because they may live with their mom and don't want to listen to their dad, or they may live with their dad and don't want to listen to their mom, and so on and so forth. So at least if you guys can't see eye to eye or can't get along, at least if that energy is not displayed around the children or amongst your children, they don't want to rebel against either one of you guys. Like I said, the father can encourage them to listen to the mom, and the mom can encourage them to listen to the dad. And anybody else now, that's going through any sort of rough and tough times, if you're married, you want to rebel against your husband, try not to display that on a large scale. Try not to bring it to the internet. Try to keep that amongst you and your husband. And if you want to rebel against your wife, try not to bring it to the internet. Try to keep it amongst you and your wife. Try to keep what you're going through private, so you don't involve other people. So even if you guys are unable to work it out, at least other people don't really know what you're going through. So therefore, it doesn't get blown out of proportion on a larger scale. I'm learning that, I've had issues with people, but I haven't brought it to the internet, or I haven't taken it to other family members. I try to work it out, with that particular family member or that particular person. And if I wasn't unable to work it out, at least me and that person now, even if we can't see eye to eye, other people don't know our circumstances and or our situation. So if we are in a room or we're amongst other people, they don't know me and that person not getting along, don't get along, or unable to see eye to eye at the end of the day. So therefore, it doesn't involve other people. So they don't add extra fuel to the fire. They don't add extra wood to the fire. The fire could stay put out, or it can stay dim as possible, so no one else knows what we're going through. And it's not that sometimes other people can't help us, it's that a lot of times we're not helping ourselves for involving other people in unwarranted circumstances and unwarranted situations. So just try, like I said, if you're going through something with anybody and you can't work it out, don't make that a bigger issue than what it is. Just try to seek inner peace and inner happiness, knowing that you put your best foot forward to try to work it out with that person, and vice versa. If you try to work it out and it doesn't work, that don't make that person a bad person. That don't make you a bad person. It's just for whatever reason not meant to work. And if it's meant to work, just try to keep it amongst you and that person. And if you're gonna seek help, really, really seek help for the betterment for you and that person involved. And if you're gonna seek help, try to fight it all the way out. So if you're gonna go through counseling, don't give up. If it's a 6-week course, try to fight it out for the 6 weeks. If it's a 6-day course, a 6-hour course, a 6-minute course, whatever it is, try to fight it out. If it's a 5-day thing, a 5-week thing, a 5-month thing, a 5-year thing, try to work it out, but don't give up. If you 25% through it, if you're 50% through it, try to fight it out for 100%, so you can see yourself and that other person get the most out of the circumstances and most out of the situation. Peace, world.